when I was quitting work, I had not figured out I will start a construction company.
Yeah.
I was quitting work, I go rest, and then probably reapply to another organization, which I feel it's like a challenging role for me.
Yeah.
So when I was quitting, actually starting a business with my husband was not in the picture.
Really?
Yeah. And when I was quitting, I did have a plan. She's like, I've deposited the money in your account, you can start the job. Hey, until I go to site, in a week I'm done with the work, and I have money. Like, I've made a lot of money.
And you like it?
Hey, I'm like, oh my God. So if I do the rest of the business, I have money.
You know?
I like, guys, I think money was the problem. I want money. I don't even want the international employer. I want
You think money was the
I
problem?
have money.
But did this shift any dynamic in your marriage? Because
course.
sometimes mixing work with pleasure has its own,
Yeah. So it's been 1 year, 6 months of running business together.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that question because recently I was telling my husband, I don't think I like this dynamic anymore.
Oh, talking of finding solutions.
Yeah.
What happens when you disagree on the direction of a project? And how do you handle that? Because sometimes when you disagree at work, it seeps into our relationship.
It's crazy. Actually, I think recently I was telling my husband, we had a disagreement in our marriage, not in work. And now that affected work.
No. Hi guys, welcome back to the Rare View podcast. I am your host, Kama Kawaida, Rachel Anita. Imagine this, leaving a job to start a construction company with your spouse. Today, my guest is quite different from what we're used to. More often than not, people stay in comfort, but Grace here decided to start a company with their spouse. For most people, that is a concept we do not know how to wrap our heads around. Do we even share money with our spouses? But here with us, Grace is showing us how to do this with Grace. Grace, karibu.
Asante sana, Anita. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm so fine.
And
You're
I'm happy.
fine.
You're fine. Look at you. You are fine.
Yeah.
Hey.
I'm so happy to be in this podcast today.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, karibu. So tell us, what were you doing before you started the company with your husband?
A lot of things, but basically construction. I've been in construction since I finished school.
Oh, wow.
But in corporate world. So one employment after another, to the last assignment I had, which was working for humanitarian, we call it humanitarian jobs.
Yeah.
So it's basically constructing hospitals and humanitarian facilities in the refugee camps. That's Kakuma, Dadaab, West Pokot, in those areas. Until last year, February, when I decided, I'm done. It's over. It's over. Let's see what the world has to offer on the other side.
And what got you to that point specifically? Was it the working conditions?
Not really. I think I had one. My last employer was really a good employer.
Oh, wow.
It was just one of the best environments I ever worked in. But I got to a place where I was not comfortable with that. And I think when I say I'm not comfortable with that, I stopped learning. And people say you stop learning when you die. Like every day is a learning opportunity. So I got to a place where I feel like I'm hitting a deadlock with my creativity, with what I need to do. It's routine now.
Yeah.
It's doing one thing or the other. But I was also feeling deep inside me, it's time for a change. It's time to see what more I can do with my life. Because I feel like sometimes we allow fear to hold us back a lot.
Yes.
Because you're scared what happens after this, what's on the other side. But I remember last year making a resolution that when I'm actually scared, I'll make an attempt to discover what's on the other side of fear. Because probably what's on the other side of fear is gold or something bigger. And if it's not, I experienced it.
Yeah.
So I had one of the best employers, I'll say, but it was just a desire for change. That's what fueled me to just step out to the unknown waters and see what I can do.
Yeah, because what's the worst that could happen? And sometimes I choose that question too. What's the best that could happen?
Yeah, what's the best that could happen? Because most of the times we are alienated to think what's the worst that can happen? What if there's a best in it? And I think we never want to put ourselves in that pressure. Change also doesn't come easy. Because you're like, what happens? What if I fail? What will people say about me? What becomes of me? Even not about people. What becomes of me on my own? But what if it just succeeds? So I think I was just balancing that. Yeah.
You know, for most people, doing business, especially with their spouses, is such a tricky topic. So how did you end up saying, now I'm not doing business with just anyone else? I'm doing this with my husband. First of all, was he in the same type of work kind of thing? Was he in the same career path as you?
Yeah. My husband is an architect. I'm a construction manager.
That's like a match made in heaven.
But let's go back a bit. When I was quitting work, I had not figured out I will start a construction company. I was quitting work, I go rest, and then probably reapply to another organization, which I feel it's like a challenging role for me. So when I was quitting, actually starting a business with my husband was not in the picture.
Really?
Yeah. And when I was quitting, I didn't have a plan. So I had not applied anywhere. I had not figured out I'll do business with him. I was like, I'm tired. I think it's time. It's time. But let me go home. But that time, even when I was quitting, for him it was hard because he was not understanding me.
Why?
It's like, you're quitting work then? I'm like, then sleep. Then rest. And then
it's like I'm not understand. You just quit because you wanted to quit?
Yeah, I want to rest. And then it's like, then after the rest, I'll figure out what I want to do with my life. So for him, it was worried for me. It was not even about him. Because I'd already calculated my steps in terms of if it's rent, he'll pay. If it's food for 2 people. So
that's
we
manageable.
Can't lack food. Whatever else happens after that, God knows. So you can comfortably accommodate that, yes. So you're quitting with a plan, no. Then he's just there worried for me. I quit, I go home. I rest for 6 months. So in those 6 months, I don't think about what I want to do. I'm just resting. Because I was feeling I'm tired. My former work was intense. Like it was flights 247. This and that. And I was feeling like my body was giving into pressure. So in these 6 months, I try, at some point at 3 months, I'm like, I feel rested. Let me try, apply a few places. Because my mind was still in employment. I had never thought I would be a business person or a founder or something. It had never clicked in my mind. And I would always tell my husband, I can't survive outside employment. I love the security of employment and the opportunities it gives you. Because for him, he's been self-employed for the longest. So I was telling him, I think God gives people graces. I think that's your grace. It's not my grace.
And I am grace.
So I can't, I can't do this thing. So coming to figure out that I need to do employment and start my own thing, I think it's God ordained. Because now I apply for an international NGO. It's a position based in UK. They interview me to the last step. And then I'm very positive. I'm like, this is my dream work environment. God, you knew I needed this. Oh my God. Then on the last email, they said, I regret. And they're telling me it's because of location. They have another candidate who is based in UK. So they think the UK candidate knows the environment better. But I performed well. That was so heartbreaking.
That was
I went back. I cried. I'm like, God, I thought I had it. But then I decided I'm not going to apply again. How do I get myself into now self-employment? A month down the line, my former HR, like where I was working, I had connected her to my husband, Chore. So she calls and she calls my husband. She says, I know Grace quit work and she's in the house. I'm starting to construct the house you had designed for me. And she's the only person I can trust to do it. So can you ask her if she wants to construct the house for me? So my husband comes home. She's like, Esther called today and she wants you to construct a house for her. I'm like, I hope you didn't agree. That's not my thing. I don't want to do it. It's like, I didn't tell her anything. Do you want to tell her? I'm like, yeah, plan a meeting. I'm not going to accept this. It's not what I wanted to do. Just tell her no. So we meet with them. And then she's like, Grace, I've seen you working for us. I think my job is still like I'm traveling a lot, but you're the only person I can trust to do this job for me. I'm like,
Uko nimetoka. I don't want to be part of that.
No. I'm supposed to be taking international flights, working for international NGOs. But you mean you want me do a project for you, Tingala?
No. Like my top, I should be in the UK.
Yeah.
In the US. What do you mean? Outside Africa. This is not my. No, God bless me beyond this.
So she's like, can you try? I'm like, probably I can do project management. I get you a contractor and I help you manage. She's like, no, I want you to do it. Then I tell her, let's try, do foundation. If I like it, I'll continue. If I don't, I'm sorry. So let's not sign a full contract.
Yeah, yet.
Let's do a piece kind of thing and then we'll figure out. So she agrees. We figure out this is how much it will cost me to do foundation. I send her the cost. She's okay. She's like, I've deposited the money in your account. You can start the job. Hey, until I go to site, in a week I'm done with the work and I have money. Like I've made a lot of money.
And you like it.
Hey, I'm like, oh my God. So if I do the rest of the list, I have money. You know? I like, guys, I think money was the problem. I want money. I don't even want the international employer. I want money.
Money was the problem.
Money.
Money solves a lot of problems.
So I'm like, you mean I can do this thing in a very short period of time?
Yes.
Get this amount of money at my own freedom? Then let's try the rest of the house and see how it works. So my husband is like, so have you figured out this is what you want to do? I'm like, no, I'm just doing it for Esther.
Yes.
As I go back to apply for work. So we start going to sites together because he's the architect.
Of course.
So he has to guide me and I do my project management part. So somehow we figure out, we're actually working together. Because if I'm going to site, you're coming with me as the architect.
Yes.
And that time is like, if I go for site visits, client pay me. Are you paying? I paid the first, the second, the third. I'm like,
wait,
I'm not paying. Why am I paying?
He was asking you to pay.
Yeah. So he's telling me, what? When I go to visit clients, they pay me.
Yeah.
So you're my client now. So are you paying me? I'm like, yeah, I'll pay you. So I go the first, the second, the third. He sends an invoice.
What?
I'm like,
like he literally sent
you. He sent me an invoice. So I'm like,
men in women's spaces. He's doing a fantastic job.
Wow. I'm like, so you mean you seriously want me to pay you? And I'm like, by the way, am I treating this casually, like a family affair?
Yeah,
he's actually coming to work.
Yeah.
And he's in business. So I paid him. But immediately I paid him, I told him I want to go to the salon.
Women back in their field.
Please.
Yes.
Can you just give me money to go to the salon?
And do my nails.
Yeah. And I just made sure I used half of that.
Womenhood, firewood, all knighthood. Everyone is proud of you.
And I'm like, next time, please, don't think of asking me for money because I'll come back to you. I'll pay you and I'll know I've paid you, you have money.
Yes.
And I'm like, please give me money. I want to spend it.
Yeah.
So that's how we started figuring out the chemistry and I know we're working together.
Yeah.
And then other clients come, he's designing for them. They're like, do you know someone who can construct for me? And then he's like, yeah, I know someone. But that time we don't want to come in clean to the clients that we are a couple.
Yeah.
So he's like, I know someone. Please let me give you their number.
Yeah.
So the client calls me, I've gotten your number from ARC, whoever I want you to construct for me. I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
So I end up changing my husband's name in the phone to Architect Kabwage because now if he calls and I'm with a client,
it can't just
it's the architect calling. It's my husband calling. Yeah. So we at first we don't want to come out like he's giving work to his wife.
Yes, of course.
So
nepotism, favorism.
We are there, we are balancing it. I'm like, I'll talk to the architect. Did he tell you 1, 2, 3? I'm like, you guys know what?
We live in the same house.
Yeah. So we figure out things and then we're like, by the way, I tell him, I think I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the freedom. I'm enjoying the ability to be a founder. Yeah. I'm enjoying the monies because I have the brains to do it cheaper than how people do it in the market. Because I've done it for 7 years. And now I know how to do it from the behind the scenes. Like I know which buttons to press to make money out of this.
Yeah.
So I think I'm enjoying it because normally the amount a contractor would make from a client, I'm making double. Because I think
I know apply for a job. Can I apply for a job? As the project manager's assistant.
Let's discuss after. So like, I think I'm liking this.
Yeah.
So it's like, can we make it a serious thing? Yeah. And now, can we come out to clients that we are a couple who's running a construction company together? Because we are not doing it because we are a couple, but I think we are offering value.
Yes.
So we're like, yeah, sure. So we change his company, which has been working for 7 years. We leave it for him to do design. And then we open a construction wing for it. So that's how I find myself doing the thing with him. And it becomes easier because now he's doing the design, I'm doing the construction. And if I need someone to consult quickly, it's just here. And then we are able to make a lot of money because before, when my husband was doing architecture, he doesn't enjoy construction. That's the thing. So he would tell clients, I don't do construction. Let me refer you to a contractor. Now the contractor is me. So business is coming home. So we're like, we want to grow rich young. So why not?
We should write a book. You should write a book on this, Grace. Wow.
I will soon. So we're like, we want to grow young rich? Sure. So I take business out. Let's do it.
Can do it here
and that's how we find ourselves doing business together.
Oh, wow.
But it like came like a trial and error. It's not like something we planned, we sat. It's like things happening, one dot connecting to another. And then you're like, it's all making sense. So let's just do it. Yeah.
Did this shift any dynamic in your marriage? Because sometimes mixing work with pleasure has its own,
Yeah. So it's been 1 year, 6 months of running business together. So I like that question because recently I was telling my husband, I don't think I like this dynamic anymore. I like us working together. But I think we've not gotten to the place where the marriage and the business can coexist. Because now we would find ourselves, we've gotten home, we've showered, we've taken dinner, and then we are discussing clients.
And projects.
Like, did you send this email to this client? Or what has this client said? And what are we doing about it? We wake up in the morning, it's business in our mind. And now we think because we are spending time together in construction, that we are actually working on our marriage. It's not.
Put that on a t-shirt again. I'm not putting a lot of things on a t-shirt. But I get
so
it.
You see, I think there's a lie because from 8 to 5 I'm with you. But we are working. And then after work, we're discussing clients. So where's our marriage?
Where's our us time?
Yes. Where's me and you? Because now we find ourselves like, we're tired, we need a holiday. And then that holiday is where we will go think about me and you. But how can we think about me and you even when we are working together? And now it started hitting me. This thing is bigger and growing bigger than we thought. Because before when I was in corporate, I used to travel a lot. He used to be in Nairobi. So when I land in Nairobi, it's like a holiday back to back. We've missed each other. We've not seen each other for a while. But now you see me daily.
Every day.
We discuss work daily. We deal with clients daily. There's nothing fascinating about our lives because your problem is my problem. Before I would complain about a mean colleague. Who is the mean colleague here now? It might be you.
It might be you. And I can't discuss you with you.
That's the point. So it's like, how is now marriage working? That's what I was asking my husband. And then he's like, by the way. And then we're like, how have people done it before? Like done business and done marriage. And then we're like, I also don't know. Then what's the solution? We're like, I think we need marriage counseling to figure out how to take care of our marriage outside business.
I see.
Because even me, I don't know. I feel like the only time we are getting time together is when we are going for a small holiday to run away from work. But is that 1 week enough to take care of the rest of the 365 days? So now we sit back and start thinking, how do we actively now invest in our marriage? So we bring the issue of we are not going for therapy or counseling because we have problems. We're going there because we just want to know how to work together and handle marriage.
Because every time we hear of marriage counseling, and I'm always telling people, I should tell myself, go for marriage counseling. But someone is like, but there's nothing wrong in my relationship. I'm not, we are okay.
But you see, that's a lie because sometimes marriage is work. So when you don't put in the work, you never know when it's a slow fade.
That's true.
You can't, like, there's no gauge to tell how it's doing. And there's no parameters to measure it against. We might be okay, we might be laughing. We are not quarreling. We're having a good time. We figured out how to communicate. But there's this thing, there's me, there's you, and then there's this thing called marriage in between. So there's me as a business partner, there's you as a business partner, but there's us as lovers working on a marriage. But then when kids come to the dynamic, what will happen? So it's like, we just need to take care of it. Even if we think we don't have a problem, sometimes you might not know unless you see yourself through someone else's lens. So can we invite another lens to help us review where we are at.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, help us, like an accountability partner
Yeah.
to help us actively work on the marriage as our minds are busy
Yeah.
on the business. So that's a thing we thought recently and we've started implementing because it just hit me, for the last 1 year I've been discussing work with this man.
Yeah, you don't
like
even
sometimes
know.
we are stressed, both of us, we wake up in the bed, we're like, oh shoot, we are lagging this project timeline, what do you need to do, or what do I need to do? And then sometimes we're there together, and then what's happening to the marriage? It's not like we are quarreling, we're having a good time. But I don't think we are actually working on this, marriage thing.
Yeah.
So that's where we are at. Part of our hobbies when we were in university, we loved dancing. That was kitambo. So we've also subscribed to a dance class.
Oh, wow.
We fit it once a week so that we can connect over something we love. So we might be starting next month. And also, we started exercising together. So before, I love walking, soft exercises. I'm not a gym person. So him is lifting weights.
Yeah.
So what do? Let's fix in a walk together in the morning.
Yes.
In the evening, let me do my shenanigans. You go to the gym.
Yeah.
So that's partly working towards the marriage of getting to know how things are working slowly, but we are not yet there. It just hit us somewhere in the middle that we've neglected something.
Yeah.
And that's how we are trying to bounce back before it's too far.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's really deep. Talking of finding solutions, what happens when you disagree on the direction of a project? And how do you handle that? Because sometimes when you disagree at work, it seeps into our relationship.
It's crazy. Actually, I think recently I was telling my husband, we had a disagreement in our marriage, not in work. And now that affected work.
Now, how do you even start separate? These boundaries are tough.
You get, now that affected work. Because I woke up, I'm like, I'm still bound to inform this husband of mine of our progress and the help. I'm like, nah. So I can't write him emails in the same house.
I know of a couple who write each other emails.
I was like, what do I do? So that week I was like, Mister, you're needed on site at 10 a.m. Please go sort 1, 2, 3 things. And then we're back. And then it's him. He calls, he's like, how is the progress on 1, 2, 3 things? I update and it's finished. But then at the end of the week, I was like, God, what was that? Because it was a whole week of intense emotions and we are working together.
Yeah.
So I was like, God, what was that again? Then I tell him, but I think we need to know how to separate our marriage from the business.
Yeah.
We need structures.
Yeah.
And we need ways to protect this business from our marriage.
Yes.
And our marriage from the business.
Yeah.
Because that 1 week, there are many times he made decisions without informing me, but he knows when it comes to me, hakuna peace. So it's like, you know what?
Let me
make this decision, I move on.
Myself. Yeah.
But then when it comes back to the company, it feels like he's overstepping. Because the role is, I'm a PM, you are an architect. You don't need to make PM decisions even if you're not talking to the PM. Unfortunately, the PM is your wife.
Yeah.
So you just
tough one. This is a tough one.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So after that, we were like, we need structures. Even going back to the documents of the company, because I was telling him, God forbid, what happens to partners who separate and divorce and they had business together and we've all put our thing, and I think we've seen it in the Kenyan market.
Yeah.
We were couples, power couple, doing well, multi-billion company. We are pursuing a divorce. Then the company is non-existent.
Yeah, they crumble.
And it's crumbling. So that's the time I call my friend. I'm like, yo, I know you're good in organizational structures and whatever. I know this company is 1 year old, but I need you, not out of fear, but out of protection rather and boundaries.
Yeah.
And even for the sustainability of this idea, past me and my husband, now to have this existing on its own.
Yeah.
We need to have our own identity outside this company. And I don't know how we can do it. So that's the point. I'm like, I need your help. Would you please come? We go back to baby steps. And we set things right. In terms of, even if today, me and you are not talking, the business runs outside me and you.
Yeah. It should be an entity on its own, a limited company on its own.
It already is, but we are running it like us. I don't know how to explain it. Like, we are just there confused as couples and whatever. So I'm like, we need to separate this thing.
Yeah.
And it needs to start making sense now when it's young. So that now when it's big, it has already hit our mind that I might be a brand, you might be a brand, but this is a brand on its own.
Yes.
And everyone needs to respect this brand on its own, despite what's happening between the individuals running the brand. So I think that's where we are at.
Oh, that is interesting. And apart from now the ups and downs, how do you get to celebrate wins? Now you've done this project, you've gotten this X amount, architect amelipwa, project manager amelipwa.
But then let me tell you, it became a business. And now, hey, nobody wants you. I think we need a support system in the Kenya to tell you if you're starting a business, this is what to expect.
Yes.
This is what to do.
Yes.
I think there's no such framework. I feel like we've juggled our way through up to where we are at. So initially when it started, there's no salary for architect. Now architect has figured out if I pay him, I'll come for the money. So it's just family money.
Smart man.
Yeah.
Man you married.
So he's like, you know what? Family business, family money. So even me, I do designs. You get money, it's family money. We spend together. So when it started, we used to sort our expenses and then we have money. As we're big on rewarding ourselves, life is for the living.
It is for the living.
You don't know tomorrow. It's in God's hands. You have an opportunity to smile with your person. Smile today. Invest. Do whatever you want to do. So we are big on celebrating. As we will celebrate. Just give us the money.
Give us the money.
We will do what we need to do. So we travel a lot. We connect a lot through traveling.
We saw your picture. You are not. If you don't follow her. Where are you?
Instagram.
Great.
I think that's why majorly Grace Kamburangi. Yes. They can find me there.
They should. And the business is called
Posh Spaces, Interiors and Construction.
Yeah.
So we are big on having fun. But then we realized, investment priorities now, traveling and running the company. And the company is growing. So it has its demands. Like we need to hire staff. We need this and this and that. So it hits us, we can't be eating business money like our money.
I like how this thing is layered. Like, mnapata hii.
Yeah. And we can't be eating business money.
What will happen next year?
Yeah. So now we need to have an account and we need to give ourselves a salary. I'm like, salary? I thought I quit work.
Yeah.
To live under my freedom.
Yeah.
So we're like, you need a salary, I need a salary. So how do we set this salary? And we have staff coming. How does that work? Like, how do I determine today I want to pay myself this amount? Then we're like, we need someone to guide us.
Yes.
On how these things are set. Because now we realized we want an investment. We have money in the account. Let's invest. Sometimes, by the way, it's funny when now you're doing business together because we sit, we're like, do we take this risk? What do you think? Is it a calculated risk? No. Do we just want to risk? Yeah. What's that?
Why not?
Let's risk. Yeah. Do the transaction. And then tomorrow, we are cutting onion. We cry. We're like,
why did we do that?
Can you see how bad that decision was? And then I'm like, what do? We can't run. We die here together. But next time, we're wiser.
Yeah, and we make better decisions.
Yeah. So we're like,
I feel like I should have interviewed both of you here because I want to hear inside of the story.
So pressure is hitting us. And we're like, babe, but you didn't make that decision. I didn't. We did it jointly.
There's no one to blame. And I love that. You can't point fingers. We were both, she said yes, I said yes.
Yeah. And were we ready for the repercussions? Yeah. But now it's hitting us.
Yeah.
And then what do? It's like, oh my God, we can't sink. Now let's together sit and find a solution for this thing. So we're just there figuring out. But recently, we figured out now we need a separate entity controlling our finances, not us. Yeah. So we need to put ourselves under salary.
Yes.
And then I saw recently, Centonomy had a session on hype versus strategy.
Yeah.
So we know where we want to go. We know what we have, but we need someone to manage that vision and manage our own expectations. Because me and my husband will sit and agree, look, we want this decision. And also sometimes faith plays in, because sometimes they're like, God had to come through.
God will provide.
God had to come through.
We spent that money before we do that.
Alafu sasa mko kwa shida. Oh God. I'm like, God, if I died, you know what? It's you.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'm like, God, were you really involved? Did you really approve? But I'm like, God, even if I made a blunder, I'm your child. You don't disown me. And you can't let me die.
You can't.
Now.
And sometimes even
imagine, I know I was stupid, just come and save me.
You know.
But now, I will not repeat that mistake.
I will not. And then next week you do it again.
So it's crazy. So it's just
even if I was you, I would just forgive you. And I'll just give you the
But you know, I'm a good person. I didn't steal. I didn't even go to kill with this money. I was having fun. Now you're my father. Just come through.
Don't you want me to have a good life?
God.
So am I not your child?
I feel like they normally a balance of faith and reality.
Yeah.
And me, when it comes to faith, I'm there on the roof.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I need someone with a reality check. I had someone say that the accountant normally asks them when they're doing a project, is this the faith project or is this a reality project? And a person would be like,
another t-shirt. Is this a faith project or a reality project? Brought to you by Grace Kabwadi. Via Faith Ministries.
So the accountant would want to know, did you sleep and trust God to provide for this?
Yes.
Or have you checked the realities?
Yeah.
And then the lady would be like, it's a faith project. And now the accountant knows, okay, let's get in this faith, knowing it's a faith thing.
Yeah.
And now they know how to manage the expectations around. So I think it has had its own play, but we are in the thick of getting structures, the thick of getting to know how this business runs, the thick of knowing we need to pay ourselves and separate it from the business.
Yeah.
The thick of knowing now it's growing past us. It is no longer our small baby. It's something outside there, doing impact to other people other than us. We are just founders.
Yeah.
But how do we release this to play on its own? So I think that's where we are at, balancing the wheels now.
Yeah. Such a fantastic story. Now, you know, here at Revu, we are all about women's wellness.
Yeah.
So what would you advise this young woman who is very nervous about doing business with her husband?
I think it boils down to trust. Yeah. So I don't think, because the reason, I don't know, I feel it boils down to trust. Because you trust, and the trust goes beyond the business.
Yes.
It's not trust for the business. It's like, I trust you enough to know you will take care of our business.
Yes.
And I trust you enough to know you have the best interest for this thing. So I don't know where the fear could be coming from, but I know it gets intense. But
it does. I can imagine those conversations. That's what I'm saying. I wish next time I will call him. He'll count as
it might get intense, but I think my advice for you is try it out. You have nothing to lose. You're calling them your husband. I know dynamics for marriage change, but I've always said, and I'm so vocal about this, that I will not stay somewhere where you're surviving or suffering in the name of an husband. Because I think the moment you say this is my husband or this is my lover, it goes beyond what you can do together.
Yeah.
The best decision you made is to love each other. That's all what that matters. Things will come, but you need to put them in the lens of your love line.
Yeah.
So if you think business will take this away, don't do it. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
You will not have a business, you are having money, but you're not happy.
Yeah.
The entire time of your life. So I think you know your partner better, but give it a try. What if it's just a joyride? And what if it doesn't work out? And if it doesn't work out, we're not tied there. It's like, this thing is not working. Let's go back to square zero. I'm happy as I was. You're happy as you are. So I've never let fear hold me back, by the way. That's one thing.
That's such a beautiful concept.
Yeah.
What is fear?
Like, I think fear is just a concept in our minds. And we put limits. Have you tried it has failed? And then we can discuss.
With the fact.
Yeah. That it has actually not worked. Then I have something else to lean on. And I feel that's the fluidity of life. We like taking life as black and white. I think if I do this, it will fail. Then what?
Yeah.
That does not define you as a failure. Go back to what was working.
Yeah.
And that's life. Move on. If this is working,
because it has failed does not define me.
Yeah.
The child of God.
That's the point. And also, if you doing business with your spouse has failed, that does not define your marriage.
Another t-shirt. You doing business with your spouse does not define your marriage.
That's the point. Yeah. So, us doing our business together, what's the risk? It will fail, it will succeed.
Yeah.
If it fails, why did it fail? It's okay. It was not meant to work, or it was meant to work. That's okay. Let's focus on the next. So I think my point is, don't let fear hold you back.
Yes.
Try it. If you feel you wanna do it, do it. I think we write our own stories.
Exactly.
So why let fear? And then you keep saying, I regret. Probably, what if it worked? Like,
I hate that statement.
but that's a prison.
Yeah.
You're putting yourself in a prison. I think God has given us a canvas every day to write your life.
Yeah.
So me, I'm happy. I was telling my friend recently, I think life is a chess game or a PS.
Yeah.
So you have an opponent and you're playing it on your own terms. And it's sometimes the game gets intense. It's so thrilling. You're almost losing the pad on your hands. You're almost feeling all the emotions. And the next second you might score.
Yeah.
What if you score? Then that takes you to another level.
Yeah.
You're probably now going to the semi-finals. And then you're there. You don't know what happens, but I promise myself to show up, to hold the PS, whatever, and I promise myself to move.
And to do my best.
Yeah. Doesn't work out. It was not meant to be. It works out. Well and good. Let's move on. Doesn't define anything. It's just life. So live life on your own terms. Invite God. Move on with things. Just know you lived the best you could at that moment.
Yeah.
That's all you owe yourself or any other person around you. So don't sit back. Don't wish. Take action. And be open for any outcome.
Yeah.
And let that outcome not define anything in you. It's just an outcome. That's what it is. It's something coming out of something. Yeah.
Concept. It's just an outcome.
It's an outcome. Why is this outcome affecting you?
Now, Grace, I am very intrigued.
Yeah.
Who is the boss?
So, in this setup, I don't think we have a boss, but we have roles.
Okay.
But ideally, I think I am. If I go back.
Patrick akiulizwa atasema aje pali yuko jamani.
Patrick doesn't enjoy even doing these things. But I think it's not his strength. I think creatives sometimes just want their space. I do my thing and I'm done. Now me, I have strength for operations. I've managed teams before. I've set up teams. I know how to fire, not fire. Now the problems comes in when we don't know how to separate the roles from I'm stepping in as a wife, or I'm stepping in as an architect, or I'm stepping in as a husband. Because sometimes I'll go to site. I remember one instance, I was so mad. We had agreed with the fundis we meet at site at 7. They didn't show up, so I'm so mad. And I go tell them, guys, I'm not happy. We're not doing the work today because you're not focused. Just go home. We'll do it tomorrow. And then they call Patrick, and then they're like, yo, madam amejam. Sasa tutafanya nini? Patrick is like, ata mimi nimekasirikiwa. I'm also part of this crew.
I'm part of the fundis who should have been on site.
So ongeni na madam vile mimi naweza ongea na madam, I'm not your solution right now. And then they try, he's like, I'm not your help right now. Figure out how to talk. Then we go to site. They are scared. They don't know what to do. Then they're asking Patrick, please. You know, they know Patrick is my husband. Please talk to madam. We do work. Patrick is like, I also have my problems with madam. Figure out your way to talk to madam.
Yeah.
But at that point,
wewe ni moto si moto.
Yeah, at that point he's figuring out, I'm an architect in this project.
Yeah.
Past that, I am not.
Yeah.
The decisions of hiring become a problem because my husband is an empath. Like, he will hurumia you beyond the work of what you're delivering.
Yeah.
Me, deliver, go.
Facts on paper.
Yeah. So what are we doing? So sometimes I fire. The guy calls. He's like, I was fired today. My husband is like, what did you do? I did 1, 2, 3 things. He's like, unfortunately, I'm not your employer. Try to figure out your way with your employer. If they agree, well and good, but next time, be a better person.
Yeah.
So it becomes, we've learned to respect each other's spaces of operations on site. When we step on site, he's not my husband, I'm not the wife. We are in our roles. I'm the PM, this is what is within my jurisdiction to do. This is what is within your capacity to do. I will respect the decision you will make in your capacity as an architect. You ought to respect the decision I make in my capacity as a PM. You might not agree with it. I might not agree with it, but that's your capacity and that's your place. I might suggest, but you're not bound to say yes or no.
Yeah.
I know you're making to the best interest of the project. But now when it comes to decisions around your decision affecting my operations, we need to have a conversation around it, because I'm bound to say no to it. It will affect my work in 1, 2, 3 areas. I'm sorry, I'm not welcoming that decision right now. Next time, tell me at this stage. I might be able to accommodate it. I accept you've made it in your capacity, but it's late. So for now, we're not going to do it. So I think it's just, and then after that, we're going home and we're wife and husband.
And you're lovey-dovey.
And we move on with life. But it's a hard thing. We were never there before. But we learned. Sometimes you would make a decision. I'm like, no, that was not in your capacity to make. That's my role. Just leave me to do it. Wow. So whatever you made is null and void. Let's go back.
Yeah.
He makes a decision. I might want to have opinions about it. The best I can do is suggest. If it's not taken, I respect that space.
Heavy on the respect.
Yeah. So we've just learned to respect, define what expectations are and what JDs are. And when we are acting, we learn not to overstep.
Yeah.
Just let your person thrive in what they're doing.
Because you do trust they're doing a good job.
Yeah. Even if you have opinions and you think they're not doing a good job, well and good. You can witness that it fails. And then next time, they will act better. They're just able to act at that point that way. Because sometimes they'll make a decision, I'm like, I don't think it's a good decision. The decision leads us to a dream. I'm like, I know next time you'll make a better decision. You are not bound to listen to me, but experience has taught me.
I told you so. But like,
I've learned not to. Because you see, it would be like, did I tell you?
Yeah.
But I've learned, for the sake of the marriage now, to just say, I'm sorry, it is not what you had envisioned it would be. Because I think when you were making the decision, you didn't want it to go that way. But I know tomorrow you will make a better decision. Cheers. We are friends and partners.
Yeah.
Let's meet tomorrow on a different decision. But funny enough, that mistake might be costing me as well.
Yeah.
But I've also learned to match that and accommodate it. And no, he's not bound to listen to me when he's doing his thing. And that thing might fail or succeed. If it succeeds, I'll be there to celebrate. So if it fails, I'll comfort him and move on with life. I think we just learn to accept both.
Well, that is such an interesting view on partnership. Wow.
You know, sometimes I think, Anita, I don't want to go there, but I think as ladies, you're wired to success and seeing your person succeed.
That is true.
And it just gives you so much joy.
Yeah.
But I think on the other side of the lens, we are very unfair. If he's succeeding, I'm there celebrating with you, my man,
everywhere.
But this is not a saint.
Yeah.
So tomorrow he'll make a bad decision. That bad decision might be modeling him to be a better version of himself tomorrow.
Yeah.
So who do I show up to him, even when he has made a mistake? Which is also affecting me. The same way I showed up celebrating success, I need to be fair showing up when I'm celebrating a failure.
Yeah.
Or accommodating your failure.
You know, something I've also learned. That how you talk, like when someone comes and tells you, especially a spouse, I did this, I lost some money, this failed. The words you say after that dictate so much.
Dictate a lot.
So much. Utakuwa
Dada ziko tayambiwa tena.
Ataenda a make 10 million. Utawacha hapo kwa Like we really have the power of
making or breaking.
In our tongue.
Yeah. And I also think we also have unfair standards. We deal with our spouses as characters in a movie, not as real people.
That is true.
We deal with our spouses like someone who is scripted to act a certain way to bring a certain outcome. But that's not the reality.
That is true.
The same way I make mistakes is the same way he will make mistakes.
Yeah.
But we have room to accommodate mistakes. The same way we have room to celebrate successes.
Yeah.
I think that's a thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have room to celebrate successes and affirm someone when they're making the biggest moves, but you don't realize the mistakes they made behind the scenes when you're not there are the ones which were the stepping stones for this success. So if you want to move to the next level, allow them also learn at this level. Probably those mistakes might be their stepping stone for the next success level.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
Amen.
Sometimes you are just a witness.
You're just a witness.
Yeah.
Literally.
Sometimes they don't need your action or anything.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just witnessing someone doing life and just showing up on how they need you to show up at that particular point. Yeah.
I love that concept. You're just there to know your role sometimes.
Yeah.
Just know this is what I'm needed.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just needs an encouraging word. And I have seen this. Men who are, I don't know, maybe I can do my own statistics. Men who are encouraged by their wives, supported by their spouses, really do great things.
They do great things. Because it feels like you have someone who's not a critic, but a partner. There's a point of, I'm a critic.
Yes.
But there's a point of, I'm doing life with you.
I agree.
And it's okay. You can mess, but I'm sure tomorrow you will do better. And tomorrow you've done better. Let's celebrate.
Let's clap for you.
Yeah, you've done good. Tomorrow you might just do something outrageous out of this world. And I'm like, crazy.
And it's a tough thing. But it's a tough thing to hold your tongue.
Yeah, because the emotions are involved.
You're like, I told you not to pursue that.
Yeah.
I gave you did.
Yeah.
I told you this would happen.
Yeah.
But now you're coming and telling me, you know what? I did the exact opposite of what you told me. And this is what happens.
But I think the secret is in the intention.
Yeah.
I don't think the intention was hurting you or doing it to hurt you.
Yeah.
They respect you, but I think they have an opinion.
Yes.
And sometimes you never respect their opinions enough to know it matters.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Deep.
Yeah. You never respect that person's intention enough or opinion to know it also carries weight as much as yours carries weight.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true.
So they might choose to hear what you're saying, but they choose to honor the voice they're feeling inside themselves.
And it's okay.
okay.
We also do that sometimes.
Sometimes they tell you.
We just don't see when we do it.
And then you come home, you're like, I think the other gender is normally so good at accommodating our flaws and mistakes.
I guess.
They try.
Yes.
They try.
Yes.
Us, I think as women, because of the aspect of us being nurturers, and I think we have a sixth sense. Let's not. Sometimes I judge things a lot with intuition.
Exactly.
Not even with facts.
Not with logic.
But it turns out my intuition was right.
Yeah.
I think it's an inherent thing.
It is.
I might not prove to you the facts of what I'm saying. But deep down, there's a voice which is telling me beyond doubt that this thing is wrong.
I don't know if you've had this like example. You have a client talking, then from the moment they walk through the door, you're like, it's not working. This just, I don't know, it's the way. It's just like, no. And you're trying to explain to your husband, and he's not getting. He's like, but that's just a client. I'm like,
there's something more.
Just something.
I can't table it, define it, but I feel it. And it has never failed me before. I know. But now for them, they are logical. This is just a client who is told dark has entered. They want business.
Let's give them
What is this that you know behind?
That
which I don't know.
And you can't explain. You're just like, I don't know. Maybe it's the way he was holding the cup. The way the client was holding the cup.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Have you had those instances? And how do you navigate? Do you just let him now lead with logic?
I think the best place I've found is prayer. Sometimes I'll tell my husband something. I can see he doesn't resonate with it. I'm not telling him facts. I'm not telling him logic.
Even you're not telling facts.
I'm just saying an intuition. And I know he's not going to take it. Even in investments.
Yeah.
Sometimes my husband comes home and is like, there's this idea, bomb idea, I think we should invest in it. Hey, me, I check the stats. I'm like, I don't think it's gonna. He's so obsessed with it. He's like, no, I think we should. Then he's like, tomorrow when the client pays, we're gonna.
That money direct.
Yes, we're gonna do it. I'm like, hey, I will not fight here. I just go pray. I tell God, this is your money. Don't let him make stupid mistakes. If that money coming tomorrow will make him make a stupid mistake, withhold that money. Come sit, nothing has happened. We eat dinner. We wait for tomorrow. Money is not coming. He's stressed. He's like, oh, the client is not paying. He's saying we give him a week. I'm like, God, you're answering.
Amen.
I don't need to fight it, but I'll fight it on my knees. I'm like, God. So by the time that weekend or 2 weeks, the idea is gone.
He's no longer
like that. But
follow us for more.
I realized there's much I can do from physical arguments or exchanging words. Sometimes I throw an idea, I get you're not where I am. I'm like, God, I'm not God. Probably even me, I'm mistaken. But if it's your will, let him do it. But if not, frustrate every plan. Now later we will come when we're in those holidays and I laugh. I'm like, you know what?
This is what
I'm the one who prayed and said, let the money be delayed. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah, but God answered.
Yeah.
And he answered according to his, I'm not a problem. But just know when sometimes I feel it's deeper than me, I'll pray.
And
I just let
the one who can handle
it. I just leave it at that point.
That's it. When me a new attack, I'll be like, should I? Okay, let me go. I'll come back. I'll see you when I'm covered in the blood. I'll come back.
Let me tell you also a certain very interesting concept, also funny I've learned. You know the power of agreement, and the Bible tells you the two can't work together unless they agree.
Yeah.
Do you know sometimes, Anita, even you can agree with your spouse on something which is not right.
Yeah.
But the virtue of the principle of God blessing an agreement, you can bless that mistake.
Amen. No, I agree. We disagree to agree.
Yeah.
I don't know that concept.
Yeah.
We're like, you know what? Let's just do it.
Yeah. Because there's a place of we're in agreement, and there's a place of I am meant to submit, you're meant to lead and do whatever.
Yeah.
There are times when I'm acting in my capacity of submitting as a wife, even if you're making a mistake as a spouse, God might bless that mistake. Because there's a principle which was honored.
Pastor Grace, tutakuja. All us wives and
you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So sometimes you normally think like it's more about me and you arguing. No. Sometimes you can even agree on a stupid thing. But imagine by the virtue of that principle of agreement, a blessing can come to correct that mistake, or that mistake can be a blessed mistake.
Amen. A blessed mistake.
It's just weird.
What a concept.
Yeah, sometimes you need to accept that my husband might not be doing the right thing.
Yeah.
God, in my capacity, I might not be in a position to fight or correct him. You have called me to submit and to accept governance. I am accepting. But in that capacity of accepting, God has to release a blessing because you're in your life. It's weird. Let's not go there. Let's.
Wacha tu kwanza.
It's a weird concept.
It's a weird concept.
Yeah.
Weird. When you look at it, it actually
You get
works.
what I'm saying?
It actually works.
Yeah.
It's just you have to find your way there.
Yeah.
And that is such a personal thing to personal people.
Yeah. It's
now,
personal.
It's very personal.
Yeah.
I wanted to know about your employees now.
Yeah.
You're working together. Have you ever had an instance of subordination? Someone just decides to anakukall. Anakwambia calls your husband, says this and that. Have you had such instances?
They're there.
How do you handle it?
It's in the place of knowing who deals with employees. So however much you tell whoever, there's only one person who can make that decision.
That is you.
Yeah.
You're the boss. You're the boss.
So you need to go back to that person. Sometimes it happens, but also, as I'm saying, we are learning structures. We've learned to have HR policies, which are separate from me and you engaging. It's you engaging with the company in the way of how the company operates. So my opinion does not matter. There's another lens.
Yeah.
So that sometimes staff feel like she doesn't like me, or she feels some type of way. You know, people have those things. Now that she doesn't like me, I think she's unfair to me, or whatever. So we've tried, you've had those people say my boss is personal with me.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Ananionea.
You get. But we've tried to remove it to be an issue of boss against me. It's about an issue of work and how you show up with the work. How are you interacting with the work? And what is expected of you. And the decisions, the outcomes are all clearly outlined. So you don't even need my decisions at times. They're just there in black and white. And it's not about me. It's about the organization and how you agreed to marry with the organization. I'm just an enforcer, an implementer. And I respect my organization and I respect you. So I think that's how it goes. Yeah.
I'm learning a lot because I'm like,
It's good to avoid gray areas.
It's hard to not have that gray area.
Yeah. It's hard, but as you learn, I normally say we learn from mistakes. Mistakes are there to help you learn. One mistake happens, don't be a fool to repeat it again. Take the lesson, implement it as up. Now it helps you show up better and show up better for your employees. But I think it's because my former employer had a lot of structures. We had a staff handbook which was worth 30 pages. So there's no scenario to imagine. You miss work 2 times. This is what happens.
This is what happens, yeah.
You don't submit on timelines. You are not performing. The structure is your supervisor should raise it up, take you on a performance improvement plan. If it's a skill you're lacking, subscribe that skill to you. It's a process for 6 months. Within those 6 months, I can't fire you even if I want, because there's a structure which is beyond me and you engaging. It's for the interest of the organization and for your interest and my interest. So it's just a regulation.
Interesting. Speaking of regulations and structures and everything, what's one thing you do, a sort of like ritual, to maintain your mental health and wellness in all this?
I pray. I pray a lot. It grounds me a lot.
Pastor Grace, like
let me tell you, I pray a lot, Anita. I'm a very strong personality. And prayer is not even for myself. It's for the people around me. Because it grounds me. How I show up even for the people around me. Sometimes my mind will tell me, 1, 2, 3 things, implement. I go back to prayer. God gives me another lens. He's like, no. You're very selfish in that decision. And I go back with that humility and say, whatever I'd said is crutch. Because it was only serving me. I get my confidence from prayer. Let me tell you, sometimes I pray, and after I'm done with prayer, I just feel I have the backing of heaven. There's nothing I can't conquer. You just come. And I normally tell my clients, you can't do anything in secret. And I tell my staff that, and they think I'm a joker. I've realized what prayer and God does to me, to the degree that I will dream about a staff doing a thing. And I will wake up tomorrow and I'll tell you did 1, 2, 3 things yesterday. It's weird.
I need to start dreaming about what my staff is.
But you know that dream doesn't come from vacuum. It comes from a place of, I've been laboring with God.
Yeah.
Now my night time is normally movies. God brings me a scenario. Even my siblings. I tell you, do anything to hide from me. God will bring to me, you impregnated a girl here yesterday. I'll just wait for it to come. I'll just sit and wait for it to come.
Where?
And that's the same thing I normally tell my husband. I don't fight for myself, God fights for me. I'm a God's child. So whatever you do, just know in one way or the other, I'll know it. Clients come and do shady things behind my back. How do I know? I'm sleeping. I was telling, actually, there's a client we had recently. But my clients don't fear me. I'm just a normal person. There's a client we had recently. We went to site, we saw projects, and then they went quiet. And I'm like, what's happening with this client? And sometimes I ask God, what's happening with this client? Guess what? I went to sleep one day, and then a movie plays in my eyes over the brother of the client trying to bring another person to do the job, telling them that other person is cheaper, and the name of the person being brought, and where they work, and the name of their company, and what they are even doing.
Me now gopa utaota mimi.
So the following day I wake up and I'm meeting the client. I'm very chill. And then they're telling me, Grace, I'm still looking for money. And then when we finish the discussion, I tell them, I know you're not looking for money. I know there's 1, 2, 3 person called 1, 2, 3 things who has been doing 1, 2. And they got so shocked. And they're like, how did you know that? Yeah. I don't know, I'm a child of God. I pray. God knows everything in the universe. So if there's anything concerning me, He will reveal to me.
God, reveal things.
So I think prayer grounds me a lot, and I don't take it for granted. But I also eat healthy. I don't take my eating lightly. Because I know as I show up eating healthy, it gives me capacity to show up better for my company and the continuity of the company. So my meals, I don't joke with what I eat. I am very careful. Sometimes I cheat here and there, but 90% of the time, I'm conscious of what I'm taking in my body. So I'd say it's around nutrition, exercise, and prayer. Because also if I don't exercise, I'm tired. When I exercise, I show up better at work feeling refreshed. So prayer grounds me, reveals to me secret kingdoms I wouldn't know. It's like my fighting advantage in the market.
Yeah.
Food enables me to show up healthy for the longevity of the company. I don't want one day, I don't know, sometimes it's fate, it's things, but to the best of what I know, I eat better. And then stress is a job, nenanga naacha kwa walk na kuran, then I feel better. So those three things.
Wow. Yeah. Wow. Now, as I'm still learning. Open hiyo nini nitakuja. Now, as we wrap up, your name is Grace. How have you seen this grace in both your marriage and your work?
I never used to take note of the meaning of my name until recently when I was in my last employer. And it's because I realized everything I touch succeeds.
Amen. Touch me. No, just touch me, please. I beg. I mean.
So I realized you will succeed and you're succeeding.
Amen.
I realized that every employer who has employed me, they have always given me the hardest tasks and the tasks which have failed with previous stuff. And the moment I touch it, it has a turnaround.
It works.
Yeah. And then I started figuring out the work is not the problem. The employer is not the problem. And I started telling my employers, I am the magic. You need me.
Amen.
And my employers think I joke. And it used to give me so much confidence. Even with my last employer, I would tell him, I am the magic for this thing. And it's not on my own. The grace is sufficient.
Amen.
And they would ask me, what do you mean the grace? I'm like, grace means I'm empowered on all sides. So whatever I will step on is empowered. Because I am the empowering unit. So you don't need to stress about it. And I realized then, if I do business, I never thought I was a business person, Anita. I never.
Yeah, you started with that.
I was a career person. I know I might not go back to employment, but consultancy, not like 8 to 5. But the moment I touched business, my friends are calling me, where are you getting projects? How is your company prospering?
Yeah, because
I'm like,
from what I know, people really struggle to get projects.
Yeah, clients
and they're just
projects.
saying it's a year and a half.
I've never stayed in the house, Anita, since I started. And I just get projects, and those projects I do, they succeed, and I move on.
And you get more referrals?
Yeah. Now place me in a new territory. I don't know it. Just place me there and leave me there. Somehow the magic will work. But it's a thing called grace. There's a verse in the Bible which says, may all grace be sufficient to you and abound to you such that you lack in nothing.
Amen.
So I started believing it, internalizing it, that I don't lack and that I'm not, whatever I'll touch will succeed. You just watch the magic. And people ask me what's the magic? The magic is grace.
It's grace.
And the grace is there.
And I cannot even explain it to you.
I don't know, but God has given me that grace. And sometimes you'll place me in very unfamiliar territories, but somehow it will work. So I can just say thank God for the grace. Because even me, it's not a thing I was born with or I inherited or I was given by my mom. But I know by the virtue of me carrying the name Grace, I started embodying that grace is sufficient. I am Grace, so grace will be there, don't worry. And sometimes even when I'm telling my clients, they think I'm joking, but I'll tell them, just remove this and give to someone else.
Try it.
Yeah. And I'm not even telling you from a place of fear. I'm just telling you from a place of, I know
what I carry.
I know what I carry.
I know who I am.
I know who I am in myself. So yeah, I've seen grace work in my life, but I had never thought it's because of the name Grace. Until my friends started telling, I started telling God, but I'm called Grace. That's my identity. That's the name you gave me. So whatever I need, grace should come.
Amen.
It shouldn't struggle. So it's always been there. So for the people who have names, your name is Favor. Believe favor will surround you like a shield.
It will.
And it will be there.
It will.
Whatever it is, just carry your identity and believe in it so much, such that nobody can take you away from that. Because I feel like our lives moves in the direction of our strongest thoughts.
That is true.
Be the Lulu about it. It's be the Lulu about it. It will work. Yeah.
I'm not even going to add anything else to that. I am going to be the Lulu about it. I'm going to be the Lulu about my podcast, my business.
Be the Lulu about it.
I'm going to be the Lulu version of because what if it all works out?
Yeah.
What if everything I need is on the other side?
Believe it works out.
And
be the Lulu about it.
It will work
Whatever
out.
you're looking for is so badly looking for you. So it will just be a marriage of opportunities, mistakes, and whatever. So be delulu about what you
Thank you,
believe.
Grace. I needed that word today myself, even before my audience. I really needed it. So just to wrap up and finish, can you let people know now where to get posh spaces, posh spaces, and what exactly you do? Because you've just been saying you're constructing and that. Do you do interiors? Do you do exteriors? Do you do?
Yeah, so we are an architecture and construction company. So we do general architecture. You want someone to design a house for you, we will design for you. You want someone to design interiors for you, we will gladly do it. And then we proceed and help you with implementation. And you know why that's the best model? Because the mind which designs is the model which is implemented. So you do have a gap.
Yeah.
We are very proficient in what we do. I bring in table like 8 to 10 years of project management, which I've done under corporate, and now I'm doing it on my own. And we do the best for you in terms of value. You've not met Patrick. He's the best architect you guys can ever have. His architecture talent is more of a gift.
Yeah.
So whatever you need, he'll capture it. We will walk with you through the design stages, walk with you through to construction, to the point where we see you're happy. Our values are professionalism, quality, and joy. We believe in giving our clients joy. So if you think that's you today,
joy is my language,
and you've been massacred by fundis or heard what people are being done out there, dirty work, you might have just found a new home. Karibu sana. We are on socials, Posh Spaces Interiors and Construction, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You can follow us. And as well, we have an office in Bypass, Kamakis. You can visit us there or call our numbers. You will find us any day, anytime. Yeah.
I have nothing else to add. That is it. Thank you for listening. And we hope you enjoyed this. And please continue to space all your money. Thank you so much.
And bring them.
Next time. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.